am Red Cyclone! Aria!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Lee Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is up? What is up? And we're still on our long journey of superhero comic movies of 2 decades.
Yes, sir. Right. This week, we should be up to the Guyver.
Yes.
Is that also 1990?
91.
Okay. So we finally got a 90. That's an interesting ass movie. As I said before, the only thing I knew about it was a J.J. Walker.
Yeah.
From Good Times was in it. Turns out he's actually a pretty decent character in this movie.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
It's all right. And then we also just have the beginnings of the E3. Yeah.
Yeah, the beginnings of E3. The beginnings of E3, I have a little Power Ranger Lightning Collections news. Yeah, because they did a Pink Ranger Day on Friday, which they announced 3 figures, a Morpher and a helmet for all Pink Ranger. Original Pink Ranger. But it's not Kimberly. It's all Cat.
Why? Was there a lawsuit? What happened?
I don't know. But you got 3 different cat heads, and he actually had the white cat that she was in the show.
Oh, the actual little cat.
Yeah, when she turned into a cat. I was like, all right. Why we got so many heads of cat? Do we need this many heads of cat? It's almost as much as Tommy.
I mean, was she as popular like for the girls? Is there any female
man?
Is there a female like representative? Because for Power Rangers, does anybody come out and speak like for their demographic? Because you never hear.
I don't know.
Like I know I follow the Yellow Ranger, Tanya, and actually his cat.
Yeah,
they have a show.
Yeah,
but like that's recent.
Yeah.
And you know how we've always had Jason David Frank as like the voice of Power Rangers, you know, something's going on. Yeah. So
all right, so one the first thing first is the 2-pack. So it's a Pink Ranger cat and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Pink Ranger Zeo Ranger 1 cat. And then it has 2 heads, it has the little cat, and it's a 2-pack. Then we got a special animation figure, which is the box art of what they have of the Pink Ranger is based off that box art. So basically it's the color of the box art, even with the lines and the shades of the gray shade and shit. It's like cell shade version of the figure. It looked pretty cool. So that one's exclusive to Hasbro Pulse. And then they announced the Pink Ranger helmet that you can actually put on, and they announced the Pink Morpher.
Now, did they give you both the Zeo and the regular Pink?
Yes, and that's a 2-pack.
No, I mean, as in the accessories.
Accessories is just the Pink Ranger pterodactyl helmet. Okay.
And the Pink Ranger pterodactyl morpher, not the Zeo as well.
No Zeo.
They didn't have a morpher.
The only helmets they came out with are the Mighty Morphin helmets. They have not came out anything else after Mighty Morphin.
So there's a never-ending market.
Yeah.
So when you're done with the Mighty Morphin, on to the next one.
I'm waiting for that Shadow Ranger helmet to stay straight up.
I mean, yeah, true enough.
Shadow Ranger, I'll definitely get. What was the other helmets I like? I like if they do a fucking Daishi, that helmet is pretty dope.
I like the Gold Ranger helmet.
Gold Ranger helmet would be dope. I like Zeo Ranger Red. I like that helmet. Space Andros, I'll take too.
I don't remember what's different about his helmet.
He had like a computer reflection inside of his fucking helmet.
Oh yeah, that's one of the space ones. They all have that. Okay.
Yeah. They didn't really use that feature in the American one, but they used it a lot in the Sentai.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the announcement Friday. Just taking all my money, always making me for pre. And this is the one I did not want to pre-order at all. I was just like, oh, fuck. I just want to keep this collection, so I pre-ordered everything. So now I have a shitload of pre-orders. I have one coming in, I think, from Ringside Collectibles, which I think is my ultimate Austin and ultimate Ric Flair. I'm looking forward to seeing those.
Yeah, they just demoed those off. I saw.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting those in the mail. That'll be for the last of my wrestling figures for quite some time. I'm not buying more for a while.
So that means now you can go back to buying Marvel Legends.
I'm trying not to even touch
because
Marvel
of
Legends.
that ridiculous villain pack, man. That looks really good.
I pre-ordered the Doctor Doom, so I don't know where I'm gonna get that one. That's the only one I pre-ordered of that set was Doctor Doom, because I kind of just want a Doctor Doom and Loki figure because of my cats. Just to have display as Doctor Doom Loki, and that's what they based their names on. So you hear her all the time at the podcast. She sings.
Also brand new to taking people's money. They just announced for Final Fantasy Intergrade, they announced a bunch of new figures for pre-order. So that's just gonna steal everybody's wallets.
Yeah.
They start at $150. So there you go. And they're basically the Play Arts-Kai of mostly the characters that weren't done from the remake. So that's a different version of Cloud that comes with Jesse and the motorcycle.
Yeah.
They also have the Jesse with the motorcycle. They also have the Jesse solo. They have Red 13. And then they have Rufus, which is like, oh man, I didn't know they were going to make that character. Come on. Why?
Yeah.
Damn. And again, we were talking before the show, why they got to be so expensive. But they got you. Because where you going to go? They own the characters.
They're like, and
they're not giving anybody else the rights to make them. So there you go.
Like, you can make it yourself, but then we're gonna have a subpoena for your wares.
We got a little something called a lawsuit, and see you in court, sir. So
yeah, that's those are things that kind of came out and is interesting to see. But this week is all about E3 and Summer Game Fest just hit. I think Summer Game Fest had more of an eye look on one of the big games that everyone's been waiting for to see, which was Elden Ring. And it didn't disappoint. Like, even I had no interest. I have not touched the Dark Souls game. I have not touched Bloodborne. I hadn't touched anything. But I looked at these games and they look sick. And I'm like, I could play them. But I know the stress and the anger is just going to come out of me. But one day I'll take the dive down. Like, if I catch like Demon Souls or Demon Slayer, the one on PS5.
Yeah, Demon Souls.
Yeah, if I find a remake, like discount it, I'll buy it and just like fuck it. Let's try this shit out. But yeah,
I actually think this might probably be one of the easier of the games. And I say that because this is post Sekiro and people had a fit with that game.
Yeah,
a lot of people was like, why these games gotta be so hard? So so I'm not 100% sure it's gonna exactly have that reputation. I'm sure there'll be some cheap stuff like it usually is in the game, where there's a dude hiding behind the door waiting to stab you in the back.
Yeah, or
somebody that falls off the ceiling on top of your head, because they do that a lot.
Yeah, but
from what they showed, it looks like nothing they've ever done, but it also looks like something they've always done. Yeah. This is funny to say because they have that fantasy that is almost period appropriate, where it's like medieval fantasy. That's why there's a lot of guts elements in these games. Also, this game has a straight up Wolf Knight.
Yeah.
So there you go. You want your guts reference? There you go.
It looks pretty dope. Definitely check the trailer out.
And the other thing is that now that the internet is in love with the big lady with the red hair now, so she took over the place of the other lady from Resident Evil. Yeah. This is why I can't care. Yeah. This is why I can't care. When people fall in love with characters, it's only for like 2 weeks, and another one comes out.
It's not even like love. It's like lust, and it's like
it pretty much.
And then they just make it weird.
Yeah, they do.
People just make shit weird, and it's like, ugh.
You think Miyazaki was sitting there? I mean, not Miyazaki. Miyamoto was like Ha! I made the character Bowsette.
He never made the character. The fans
I'm
made
just
that
saying.
character.
No, I'm just saying. It's a Mario thing. I'm just imagining. I'm giving him the credit, even though he probably doesn't deserve it. But I'm just saying. You imagine him sitting in his office. We're finally done with the design of this character. 2 days later, he's got all types of stuff coming in the mail. Oh, why did I do this to myself? Is what he says.
Or he likes it. Because you ever see the weird ass Wario cosplays? Oh man.
No, I have not. I've seen fan art of them making him just the creepiest, specifically Waluigi.
Yeah.
Of them making that poor man just the creepiest, scariest thing ever, and he needs justice.
I remember, I think it was Jessica Nigri. She's a cosplayer. She did the Wario like all like hot and everything, but then when she turned around, it's his face.
Yeah. Did she have garlic on her too? Because that's his favorite.
It's not a smell of picture. I can't tell. But yeah, they do weird shit. People get weird with stuff. I don't know why. What else they showed? They showed like the Avatar game. I don't care. I never cared for the movie. I don't care for the game.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie because it just wasn't my bag.
Yeah. I think that was the one that showed off their stuff. Ubisoft was yesterday, so they're the one they already went and they have stuff out. They didn't really show nothing really crazy. They showed Rainbow Six Siege, looked interesting if you're into that. Far Cry 6 got more of a extended gameplay and stuff like that. They kind of showed the third-person mode and things like that. That's the first for the game. And they showed the DLC packs, which is part of their multiplayer game, which I probably would not be interested because it's not continuing the story. It's just multiplayer, and I don't play multiplayer. Star Wars got PS5, Xbox Series X. Fallen Order is getting an update, so you get that. That was a pretty game.
What else was? What else came?
Oh, Final Fantasy VII just got the PS5 update as well, and the DLC just came out.
No, but that wasn't a part of the Summer Game Fest or
okay.
E3. So like that was like early in the week when the figures came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got the expansion finally out there in a while.
Yeah, I was happy I didn't have to pay for it.
I was just trying to think of actually what did Ubi show. I know it was Mario Rabbids 2.
Mario Rabbids 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Far Cry 6, Rocksmith, Just Dance. Honestly, I could just go off my head because it's all sequels.
Extraction looked all right. The Rainbow Six, the mode they show with the aliens, because they just call them aliens.
Yeah,
it looked interesting. I know you said that it has the multiplayer aspect, but if it's more like The Division, then I can play it.
Yeah.
Meaning if it's less PvP based, and the main mode is like, okay, this is the co-op mode, and let's see you survive the horde.
Yeah.
I might mess with it because it looks interesting, and I'll give Ubi credit on their shooters.
Yeah.
They have some of the most fun to me. I don't give a damn about Call of Duty. I don't care. I just don't.
No, I
don't care about Battlefield. Sorry.
Yeah,
but
Battlefield
like,
look crazy though.
Ubi's the stuff they put in the game. It's not just because they have the RPG elements to their third person shooters that I like.
Yeah.
So that I don't mind. So if they bring some of that type of stuff to that, I might care.
That's kind of how Far Cry plays. Far Cry was like a first person shooter RPG. That's always what it was. Yeah.
But I just don't dig the real life.
Yeah, there's some like realism and shit. Like Part 5 was kind of like, it's a cult, like a cult following and shit like that. You were part of a cult. Like you could actually finish the game in the first like 10 minutes if you just joined the cult.
Yeah, but I like that they keep that tradition because you could do it in 4 if you say yes to the guy when you eating dinner with him.
Yeah.
But like, it's just the reason I don't get into Fallout is for first person shooters. I can't. Not that I can't stand them. Number one is like some of them with the FOV on console.
Yeah.
Because this is the first generation I'll be able to play them on PC. On console, they never had the ability in all of them to change the field of vision. So some of them just made me nauseous.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But also just I don't really care for real world shooters.
Yeah.
So real men shooting bullets at people, I don't care.
Yeah.
If you shoot fantasy bullets, okay, you're talking to me now.
Yeah.
You shoot magic, all right, I'm looking.
Yeah.
So that's why regular Far Cry never got to me. That's why I like Blood Dragon.
Okay. Yeah,
hope
Blood
they
Dragon
do a
was like
part
an
two.
80s movie and whatnot. It just like
But they had laser guns and dudes was wearing like crazy armor and stuff, and you fought dragons, man. Like that game was not realistic at all.
Yeah.
So
what else? Assassin's Creed, they getting a DLC expansion, so there's more stuff coming for Assassin's Creed this summer. They did not mention anything for the new one, so they just said that Valhalla is extending for some more time.
that was the thing. Yeah. Looks all right. I actually like the armor of the character they showed.
Yeah,
With the dual swords and the cape.
Yeah,
Like, all right.
really cool.
Okay.
Valhalla was a good game. I enjoyed Valhalla a lot. So, am I gonna get the DLC? Maybe when it goes a little cheaper, but
Makes sense.
it's nothing that I need right now. Gearbox had a little presentation. They showed Tiny Tina's One of Wonderland, and they showed a little thing of the Borderlands movie.
I did not see it, so I only saw the Tina thing. That was a small trailer for it, with all the characters they showed that came out.
And then they did again Avatar. What it's called? It's called Frontiers of Pandora. Finally reveals as a first-person action-adventure game. I have no interest. It looks honestly, it kind of reminds me of Horizon a little bit, like the gameplay and kind of how it's being presented as.
I mean, I never really picked up the franchise, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
I still haven't finished Horizon. Like, I just need to.
A couple of cool things that came off of the Summer Game Fest was the Cuphead cartoon release trailer for Netflix.
Okay. That's cool.
And then they announced the cast for the Resident Evil live action cast.
I mean, yay? I don't know who's in it. Did they say? Did they have the list handy so you can see the people, or would you have to dig for it?
You probably have to dig for it because I know one guy that's in it, and that's the only person I recognize. Everyone else is kind of new to me.
Okay, gotcha. No, I didn't dig into that.
Okay. The cast is Resident Evil series is Ella Blavatsky, Tamara Smart, Sina Agodong.
Do they say who each person is playing?
No, they just have a list and then and Lance Riddick. I know Lance Riddick.
Yeah, that's the guy. He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll just put it that way. He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's like the Continental like concierge in John Wick. Anyway,
Was he also was it him, or was it a different guy that was the Haitian?
And what
from Heroes? Because
no,
if it's a different
else.
guy, they get me. Those two actors specifically get me confused because they have that ability to have that very stoic face.
I know. I think it is him. I do think it's. I actually think it is him in Heroes. Heroes.
Because I was like, that's the only reason I would think it was the same person.
I remember they tried to bring back the show called Heroes Reborn.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did do that, didn't they?
They did. It wasn't good.
It wasn't. No, it's a different person. It's a different person.
No, it's a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a different person. It's not the same person. I just looked it up. Anyway, but yeah, a lot of things are happening. I think we'll go more in depth at E3 because all the big ones are today and tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, let's
we
hope,
care
right?
about. Yeah, that we
Let's
care
hope.
about. Yeah.
Because it could still be a lot of nothing.
Yeah, it could be a lot of nothing. It's an interesting time because so far I have not seen anything that was like, wow, I need that.
True.
Nothing. But then again, I got it.
The stuff I want.
The game that wowed me is the one I got, and that's Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
That came out this
week.
past week?
Friday.
Okay.
Right in the beginning of E3, this game came out.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. That game is beautiful. Like, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is probably the best looking PS5 game right now.
I mean, that
100%.
makes sense. I mean, give a review. I haven't seen anything about the game.
So
I have a PS5.
Yeah, it's so good. So if you're a fan of Ratchet and Clank or never played a Ratchet and Clank game, do you need to know the story? Kind of, you do, because there's history with Ratchet and things like that. So you kind of want to go back to the story. So YouTube gameplay, YouTube. There's people that have the whole, like, just as a movie. You can watch it as a movie. They have like all the cinematic parts all combined, so you can watch it all and there'll be like one long movie of all the Ratchet and Clank series. But pretty much it's two characters, is Rift that they introduced in this game, and then also Ratchet. They both have the same gameplay. They both, like, so if you update guns on one, you update guns on the other, so you're only doing one update for each gun and shit like that. So they made it simplified at that, but like just the visuals and how it plays and how smooth it is, it's ridiculous how beautiful this game is. The adaptive controls. This is where you're gonna feel the adaptive controls, because each gun has a different vibration how you shoot, and each gun has a different toggle on how it shoots.
Okay.
So
Cool.
you can light trigger, and then you have to force the big trigger and things like that. So it's really cool in that aspect of the controller and how the adapt controls work. This one really highlights the feel of the adapt control. Beyond this was Astral's Playroom. It just looks visually stunning. I just did a stage that there's a humongous giant fucking robot that's chasing you, and you're on the rails, and it's like such an intense kind of thing. It's like a full action movie in that sense, and it was actually really cool. The story is very the story is touching. It's about friendship. It's about like things like that, but it kind of brings into aesthetic, because Ratchet is looking for other Lombax. The other one doesn't know. He does, he thinks he's the only one, so he finds one in a different dimension, and they line up meeting, and they line up finding out that there might be more. So they try to figure out like if there's any more and things like that, and that's where the story goes. They have nice little puzzles, little easy puzzles, little hard puzzles, but it's all fun. It's all generally fun. This is like I haven't felt like happy to play a game since Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey just brought out happiness in you when you played the game, when you listen to the music and things like that. It made you smile. The game made you smile, and this is another one like that.
Okay, that's actually pretty good.
I have my only little disappointment is the guns. I feel like the guns could have had more character. That's
Is
my
that like
only
one of
gripe.
the things
So
of
like
the series?
I miss
That
like
was just the
the
guns?
I miss like the disco gun. Maybe it's in here and I haven't unlocked it yet, but like the disco gun, the sheepinator, and like the silly guns like that I have not seen those yet. I just feel like
Okay.
other than that, it's a fantastic game.
Wasn't that in the commercial?
Yeah, it was
the
one of
gun-
the commercials.
The gun turned somebody into a sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was
That
one
I
of those
remember.
commercials.
That I remember.
Yeah, it's such a good game. It's a beautiful game. It has a nice nice long story, but it makes you feel engaged. It doesn't feel like it's overstaying its welcome. I'm maybe about 80% done with the game. I'm almost done. I'm trying to like do the platinum as well, so I'm working on that. But the game itself feels so good. It looks so good. The 4K and everything like that. If you have the enhanced TV and whatnot, like honestly, I really wish this game would come to PC so you could play it, because I think you really enjoy this game.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Maybe with their deal. Scott Steiner is not approved.
Yeah, he don't like Ratchet. But yeah, it's a beautiful game. I'm planning to stream it, so stay tuned. Probably next week I'm gonna start streaming once I finish the full game, and then I could just run around and do the challenge mode with it. So I'll probably stream this game next. And then after that would be Mass Effect Andromeda, which I don't know why I'm doing this, but it must be done.
Oh no.
I finished 3.
No.
I finished Mass Effect 3.
Okay.
I finished Mass Effect 3.
Which ending did you pick in that one?
I chose.
They made it easier from the original.
Yeah, I chose the blue side, so that's
Okay.
Yeah, because the other one was you put the synthetics in everyone, right?
Yeah.
So I
okay,
chose
that's
not to
right.
put the synthetics.
Okay, gotcha.
And that Shepard controls the Reapers.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And he becomes a Reaper pretty much.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I picked that one. So 3, like I sent you the list. 3 has the best gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
That role helps me so fucking much.
Yeah, pretty much.
But what lacks in 3 is the characters. I felt like the characters weren't that great.
Yeah, like the only ones I really, really like are the old ones.
Yeah. But
so
like
that says a lot.
Like I didn't care for the Spanish dude. I didn't care. Honestly, I found Ashley really annoying throughout most of the game.
But she has a personality type she's supposed to be like gritty.
Yeah.
So like I can't blame most people that don't like her.
Yeah, that's why I went with Miranda again. Miranda, I love her. Anyway, I wish Jax like came back in your team because I actually liked her to look in part 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked her story. I liked the returning certain characters and you see their story and how they changed and stuff like that. Like I like that they ended Thane and things like that. So it was a lot of good stuff in the game, but just in general, like I felt like there was things lacking in the game story wise. That as 2 was just so good, and even 1 had a better story.
Yeah, it's the curse of trying to end the trilogy that has choose your own story beats. That's just they ran into a problem. They should have. That's what happens when you promise the world and you don't deliver on it.
Yeah, I felt like you lack personality with the team. Like I felt like the team could have been a little better and a little bit more balanced, I guess. I liked the Prothean, like when he was a DLC character. I liked his character. He just talked shit to everybody.
Yes.
Like you're a frog.
This is true.
But other than that, and also I was disappointed there was no we didn't get a Krogan in our team in this game.
You didn't get Rex?
We didn't have Krogan. We have Rex for like a stage, but there was no Krogan in this game.
You don't actually get one.
Yeah, there's no Krogan, and that made me mad. I'm like, yo, I like the Krogans. As drama, I think that was my issue with Andromeda too. I didn't care for the side characters. And I feel like, and I think that's something that you, especially having a long, it took me like 40 hours, 50 hours to beat. Having those long chapters, you want to be interested in their story. I think Garrus was the only one I've always been interested in. Like he's a badass, but the other characters, Liara I enjoyed Liara's character a lot more playing these games again.
Mm-hmm.
She became one of my favorite characters in the game. Like and Tali, I like Tali a lot, but like. There's characters I remember liking, and then I didn't really care for in this game. I wish Miranda was in this game.
Yeah, I don't know what the decision to when you think about it, going through it the way that we did like recently.
Yeah,
it made since there's no time in between.
Yeah,
it's just like it kind of make less sense to get rid of the most popular characters from being like playable and stuff.
Yeah,
like why? Why did you do that?
I would have dug if like Thane, this was his last fucking thing, and he goes out and with a bang kind of thing.
Yeah, he doesn't get to have a final mission with you running and gunning. He kind of has his own little thing.
Yeah, so I kind of wish they did more with that, but I did enjoy 3. I think the ending wasn't bad. It just was more like they had to make a decision, and the decision has to affect the universe in a way. So I could see the lacklustery of it, but I was fine. And this was the updated ending. It wasn't the original ending.
Yeah, that's either one was fine. I didn't really care.
Yeah, so.
I didn't really care. When I got to the end of the game, I kind of just wanted it to be over.
I liked the weapons in the game more. Like I felt like the weapons layouts were better. I felt the gameplay itself was better, but other than that, it failed 2 in a way. Just 2 was just a superior game.
Yep.
If I could have had that role in part 2.
If I could have just had the way everything, because it's a faster game. Like the turning is faster. The controls are tighter because they knew they were gonna have a multiplayer game. Like that. you could feel where some things got ramped up and the other things kind of like fell a little behind.
Yeah.
So I give it its credit, but it is not my favorite because 2 is just really, really good.
Yeah.
It just is.
And that'll be the other one I'm streaming is Mass Effect Andromeda.
Gotcha.
See how
Yes,
that
sir.
goes. But that'll be after I finish Ratchet and Clank and then do another game playthrough. So, anything else?
No, that's about it. We
So-
gotta get into this verdict,
Yeah. So
and that should be the Guyver.
yes.
What an interesting movie.
Yeah, so I know this was based on an anime. I remember seeing that in mangas. I remember seeing the anime. I seen the anime before this movie even existed because it was like it was like late 80s, I think it came out.
Makes sense.
Um,
I don't know how this got an American edition though. This is not like Super Sentai. Well, maybe it is because I don't know the production. Like, this is not just made up of footage for other stuff that was like strictly going to be a Japanese release, was it?
nah, it was meant to.
Like, it was made for the world release, I guess.
Yeah. It was made for like American release and stuff like that. I guess they had the rights.
I
I
know.
thought it was
Here
cool.
it says they only have the date for France, which is June 3rd.
Okay.
So, like, the stats are it's the Guyver from 1991. It's rated PG.
Yep.
It's an hour and 28 minutes. It's classified as action, comedy, and sci-fi. And its release date is June 3rd, 1992 in France. It does not have a U.S. date.
Yeah, I remember just seeing this as a straight to VHS.
I didn't see it any time near the release. I only saw it when it came on Sci-Fi, I think. So that was a long time after.
I remember randomly renting this because it looked weird.
Okay. Do you have any feelings for what you felt back then? Like, did you think?
I think
this is weird.
the thing I remember the most was JJ's character.
Okay.
I remember
Okay.
him being like a ridiculous thing. And I think it was during they were a movie set and they were just telling him what to do and shit. And he was like, okay. Or am I?
Yeah, that's a
confusing?
funny part.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Other than that, like that's like the thing I remember the most of the movie. I don't remember like half the things. I forgot Mark Hamill was in this movie, and then I understand why I don't remember it because it was like a very like it was a kind of a gross out scene, but it had a interesting cast. It was a lot of like not great acting in it, so kind of that the Vivian Wu was kind of very annoying in that movie.
Well,
Her screams like
I'm not really
like
too mad,
chalkboard.
but I am mad that she is apparently a Chinese woman playing a Japanese.
all the time. They don't
Chinese woman playing a Japanese woman, and so you can kind of tell via her accent with some things, because you can tell the difference between somebody speaking Chinese and Japanese.
Shit.
What happened?
Oh, it was her?
Who?
Holy shit, she's the chick in Turtles 3.
Oh boy. She from down and down, I guess. Well, not exactly the going up, huh?
Nah, like I'm looking at her and I'm like, yo, she looks mad familiar. Where do I know her from? And I'm looking at the pictures, I'm flowing through the pictures, and I see Turtles 3, and I was like, oh shit, that is her. Sweet. Alright. That's something nice to know. Or not. I don't know how however you take it. Wasn't so there was a couple characters from Toxic Avenger in this movie.
I only know the one guy who's in like every movie.
And the
so-
Brolic chick.
That's the exact same person?
Yeah. She was
Oh,
in
okay.
Toxic. Yeah.
Okay. I had no idea. I thought she was just another hired henchwoman,
Yeah.
and since she was buff, she filled the role. I didn't know that. Okay.
She was in Toxic, and that fat dude was in Toxic.
Which one? The other killer?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. No,
Yeah.
I did not recognize
there's
it.
a few people. That's what I remember. I was like, oh shit, that was from Toxic Avenger.
Makes sense. The one thing I saw that these movies share, and I guess we should go through the cast, is they share the mayor from RoboCop.
Yes, they do.
And he's kind of a major character in this movie. So we have, in this order, Greg Jung Pike, which is interesting because that seems like he's Korean and he played a Japanese man. Just say it. He plays Dr. Tetsu Sagawa.
Yeah.
We have Jimmy Walker as Stryker, henchman number 1.
Yeah.
Is he this guy Peter Spellos? Is he henchman number 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Henchman number 2, who's named Ramsey. Michael Berryman, which he's the guy that we were talking about from Toxic, and he's in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
He's in what movie did we watch where he was in the gang?
What was one?
Weird Science.
Weird Science.
Where he was one of the people from the apocalypse that showed up at the end of the movie.
Yes.
So he's back as kind of a major henchman. He's like henchman with a star next to his name because he's the major henchman. His character name is Lisker. Spice Williams Crosby as Weber, which is the female henchwoman. Excuse me. You have Mark Hamill as Max Reed, who I believe he's like a detective in this movie.
Yeah.
Jack Armstrong is the main character. Well, see, that's the funny thing. It's kind of split between him and Mark Hamill until you get to the end.
So when you look at the cover of the movie, it's kind of false leading because it looks like it's Mark Hamill's face with the Guyver, doesn't it?
I guess the guy in the movie that looked like what Mark Hamill looked like in that movie specifically, because he has a mustache. Yes.
Yeah.
You can see he has a mustache.
Yeah.
And the main character in this movie is a clean-faced young dude. So no.
Yeah.
It does look misleading. It's like, who's that guy? That's not.
Yeah, he has a mustache.
Especially if you saw like Hamill's character as soon as he shows up. Yeah, he definitely looks like that.
Yeah, that's kind of like, all right. So now really looking at that now, this movie, the cover is really misleading because at the point,
who knows? Maybe there's more to this, and you probably didn't look into it. But maybe there was a thing where Mark Hamill was supposed to be the leading man, which I think makes the most sense.
I feel like they probably put him on the cover so it sells.
Yeah, I guess so. But I also feel like it's just like that's messed up to have him be the guy and he's not the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like story wise, because he's not even the main character, but he's kind of the main character.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's a focal point in the story.
Yeah, he's a focal point and everything like that. But yeah, that's kind of weird. That is weird. Anyway,
and so, and anybody else who's the main actor for the bad guy? That's pretty much. We got Vivian Wu as Mickey.
Was it Ramsey?
Sagawa. No, Ramsey is the. I thought that was the henchman. Yeah, that's the henchman number 2.
All right, so Dr. Gordon.
He should be like the they don't say the name of the evil thing.
No,
because he's billed as
David
like
Gale?
the monster. Is that it?
Was it David Gale?
Yeah, Balkus.
Yes, Balkus.
Fulton Balkus is the main.
Yeah, that's the main villain. And that's
Zoalord. They don't bill him as Zoalord, but he plays the supreme alien.
Yeah.
Who has formed a corporation and is going to take over the world when he finds the Guyver unit. Is what they call it.
Yes. It's a unit.
So once again, the stereotypical early 90s, you got your CEO as the evil entity. Just they knew back then, didn't they?
Yeah.
Things ain't changed, huh? People watch these movies and they don't learn.
No, they don't.
And so basically that's it. That's the story. It's the evil CEO who is an alien in disguise, because they came to the story is they came to the planet years ago and created man with the purpose of making man the ultimate weapon.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted, the ultimate organic weapon. And it's funny, it gives you like a scroll, a Star Wars scroll in the beginning. But we are called zoonoids. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But those are the ones who can change at will into the alien form. So he is the CEO is the Zoa Lord, and he can also change into the alien form. You meet the main character in the dojo having a fight with what turns out to be a gang member.
Yeah.
Named Craig, played by Johnny Psycho, which I think is funny. There's nothing really character building between them two, except you realize that other guy's an asshole. It kind of turns out, you find out why he's such a dick, because he's a gang member who's just learning how to fight. It's like, that's messed up. But then I guess is she the owner? Because she goes right into the office.
Yeah, she was like the owner or some shit.
Like, she's young, but I guess she's the owner, which is Miki Sagawa, the daughter of the professor, who we see in the beginning trying to hide the Guyver unit from the forces of the Zoa Lord. Yeah. And they end up having like a confrontation between the scientists and the hench people. So we get acquainted with the henchmen very early. And you see them transform into monsters. First, the scientists transform. What I think it is that at that point they know it, and they have, you see later, they've replicated the ability to do it. So they make people who can do that. Yeah. It's not like the only ones who could be aliens and transform were the originals. No, the Zoa Lord with his corporations has made basically a factory of aliens, so he can mass produce them. Yeah, essentially. And so those 4, which is JJ Walker's in there, and the other 2 henchmen and henchwoman, they can all transform. But in the beginning we see the not really a fight; it's just a mugging. Yeah. Of the scientists transform until basically he transformed into the creature from the Black Lagoon. Yeah, pretty much. And then got his ass stomped by whatever the other guy's form was. So, and then Mark Hamill's character is introduced very early as a detective, and he comes into the dojo where the daughter is. Basically, she just got there, which is messed up. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. The only thing you're established is that she has some relationship with the main character, where he was going to give her a ride. And then Mark Hamill shows up, gives her bad news about her father. He doesn't tell her the part about the monsters. Yeah. But he saw what happened because he was supposed to meet him. And the meeting was based on getting the Guyver unit to someplace safe, because the scientists, I guess, had a change of heart and knew what he was doing was wrong. Yeah. So that's what it is. And from there, the daughter's devastated, so we go into that. And then they find out that they can't find it, the evil Zoa Lord. Yeah. And so then there's this whole thing of the Zoa Lord sending the henchmen. Yep. And that it kind of leads into them accidentally stumbling upon the Guyver, because they weren't going to find it. Yeah. Because she never had it. But then the karate guy, which is our main character, stumbles upon it, and he accidentally activates it in a fight. And then he doesn't know he has it. Like a whole lot of little convenient things happen, like movie conveniences. Yeah, they always do. Yeah. At one point, the henchmen kidnap her and put her in a rug, which I thought was hilarious. Like, how you just. But then they killed the dojo, the teacher. Yeah, just messed up. So because the daughter was the one who owned it, the dojo teacher was going to visit her, I guess, to give her paperwork, and then the boyfriend went out to get food, and then that's when they attacked, and you hear one of the henchmen had to murder her. I had to kill her, because he's crazy, obviously. But I'm kind of glossing over like the personality in the movie, which is it's interesting. I didn't think it would have any. I thought it was just going to be kind of whatever.
Yeah.
But they all have individual personalities. JJ Walker's pretty funny with his nursery rhyme rapping, and then when he transforms into an alien, and then it's a rapping alien. And then there's that, and basically him just getting his ass whooped by the Guyver later on.
Yeah.
Because that's the funny part of the movie that really reminds me of a Sentai.
Yeah.
Is that once the hero character shows up, he's just whooping ass.
Yeah.
Like, he slipped up once because he tried to fight him and got jumped.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of cool how they basically murder him. And the Guyver unit has the ability to regenerate itself from the small sphere that's left.
Yeah.
And so over the course of the movie, we're not clued into that, but we thought that the hero was killed and that the villains won, and then she ends up hearing what it can do and she breaks it out, and then bam, it comes back. So it's interesting, and it wraps up, like I said, like a kind of like a Sentai, where it's just we get some light character building, we get the action,
we get the morphing,
yes.
You get the monster fight.
There's a monster fight.
You get a human turning into a monster, which was very disturbing.
Yeah, you got to see it. I mean, props to them for the
effects,
practical effects. Yeah.
Remind me of Freddy. When Freddy like head was stretching and shit, and he was trying I remember that.
That's not great.
The movie was. I think JJ was like my favorite character in this movie. I think he had like the most. I wish he was in the movie longer.
Yeah, I thought he was all right. I mean, it was just, it didn't overstay its welcome, but like none of the characters really left that much of an impression on me.
Yeah,
it was just interesting to see people in different roles and stuff. I've never seen Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
As just a regular detective cop, so let's see what he's like as that. He was all right.
Yeah. So. It was. Yeah, I can say the movie had its dry points and stuff like that, but it was like, you know what? It was one of those movies that you randomly just pick in a video store. It's there. You see the cover. You're like, I'll try it. That's one of these kind of movies.
Yeah.
And sometimes it was disappointing. This one was alright. Like, I enjoyed it. It's not gonna be top 10, but it's gonna be on the list. It's better than Condor Man. So there's that. But I don't think it's gonna hit my top 10. I think it's gonna go right. It's gonna go right under Punisher, right over Weird Science at number 13.
So yeah, I scored as a 3. So
I gave it.
It's nice in the middle of the road. It's above average. So
yours is number.
It's not bad.
Yeah, yours is at number 16, right under Weird Science, in between Superman 3.
Okay.
And you gave it a 3. I gave it a 3 as well, and mine's placed under 12 Punisher, which I gave a 3.5, and 14 Weird Science, which I also gave a 3.
Yeah. So again, it's not bad. It's not great. I'm interested to know if there's a Japanese version.
Anime wise, I don't think there's a live action.
I need to know also, because I know there's sequels. They also set up the sequel in this one.
There is a sequel, and it's dry. It's like watching paint dry.
As in, it's
in our list.
Straight up.
It's on our list.
Like straight up, objectively worse than this one.
Yes, a lot worse than this one. It's very boring. I watched the second.
I think it was Mark Dacascos was in the suit.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing he was in one of these movies.
Okay.
I don't know if it was in the sequels though. That's the thing.
Guyver.
So it might not have been this one. It might have been a sequel.
Yeah, Guyver 2.
And like, Like that's like the only real reason I actually want to see the other ones, because I want to know, is he in one of the, or was that just me thinking, and what other movie was he actually in? So,
it's Guyver 2 Dark Hero. And no, he's not in this movie.
They don't have him build. Okay.
No,
all right.
I remember this one too. It kind of went a weird way, and it was like in a jungle and shit like that. I felt like it was boring as hell.
Okay.
At least the first one had like the little character and the little funny parts and shit like that. The second one was like, it's on our list though. If you're gonna get to it.
Gotcha. All right. So
I'm not selling the movie at all. But
no, definitely not.
So right now, my top 10 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, RoboCop, Batman, RoboCop 2, Superman 2, Darkman, Flash Gordon, Superman 1, Dick Tracy, and Toxic Avenger. That's my roundup up to my top 10. Your top 10 is RoboCop, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, RoboCop 2, Batman, Toxic Avenger, Superman 2, Darkman, Superman, the movie, Dick Tracy, Flash Gordon.
Gotcha.
Next up on our 2 decades of superhero comic movies, it is Disney's Rocketeer.
Okay, can't wait.
And then following week be Batman Returns, and the week after that is Dr. Marode, which is Dr. Marode. Dr. Marode.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Marode. Yeah, that makes more sense. And then Meteor Man, and then RoboCop 3.
Damn.
At least we got Batman.
What a way to go. What a way to go.
Anyway, yeah, that is our movie. So.
All right. So.
Breaking news: Starfield just got a release date.
Is that the game that was like forever in development?
Yep.
And it cost the ultimate amount of money?
Yep, and is by Bethesda, and it's going to be Xbox exclusive, and it will release, Xbox exclusive and PC only. Starfield will release 11/11/2022.
So it's real. Now people can be happy. Rejoice.
Yep. And then also news, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are joining Valhalla this week.
Yes,
Brawlhalla,
I did see.
yeah.
That was also on the Ubi thing. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Right now, I think Xbox and Bethesda's E3 is going on right now. So again, like next week, we will have all E3 discussion, and we can actually see our likes and dislikes of it and whatnot, and get a chance to it. I'm waiting for IGN to do the like Xbox Bethesda in 5 minutes. I'm waiting for those.
I didn't know they do that. Okay.
Yeah, they do that, so I don't have to watch all 2 hours of the shit. Or just ask Jinkies, because I know Jinkies watching it now while he watches us.
The Jinkies.
Yes. But not be having a sandwich, Jinkies.
Nope.
You're watching it. Someone's
E3
watching.
is watching.
I'm not watching it. Anyway,
E3 is watching now. That's what it is.
I guess we wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc.
Yep.
That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. And also Spotify.
Yep.
And we have a WordPress. So check it out.
All the Mass Effect.
We at, Merc.
Follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and SoundCloud. All Merc with the Mic. Twitch, I will be probably debuting Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart on my Twitch channel. I'll probably be playing around 8, like early-ish on those, so definitely check that out. And I will be playing Mass Effect Andromeda eventually. And I don't know why I'm putting myself through this, but I am. Whatever. Let it be. At least I didn't pay $200 for a collector's edition. Hint, hint. Jinkies. So, go from there.
I'm sure that rover was fun.
He that's just never left the box.
Except in the unboxing video. Just saying.
Yeah. Anyway. Follow us. The easiest way to follow us, everything is on Spotify. RedCycloneInc on Spotify. You can find all our podcasts. We have Oz Shell Shock, Not a Trekkie, Gamer Rage podcast, and the Morphin Cast. We have a Lightning Collection special going up this week, so definitely check that out. If you like the Lightning Collection, we'll give you the whole rundown of the whole set to this day. So, till May of this day. And you'll get all the rundown of the collections, our top 5, and all that stuff. So definitely check that out. Play Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. It's amazing. If you have PS5, play it. If you don't have a PS5, you can't play it. So there you go.
I don't know who you got to fight to get one, but if you're gonna play that Ratchet, do it.
Go for the legs.
Just make sure you don't. What do they say? It's below the knees. Otherwise, it's assault or something like. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Don't take my legal advice.
Yeah. Don't low blow bone. Just go for the knees.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Peace out.
And don't forget, follow the Jenkins.
Yes.
Because he got those E3 sandwiches.